Is Pakistan's democracy in a state of flux? Does the delimitation process play a role in this? Let's take a closer look. Currently, Pakistan's democracy is navigating turbulent waters, and at the heart of the storm lies the contentious delimitation process. Delimitation, or the act of redrawing the boundaries of electoral constituencies, is a vital part of any democratic system. But in Pakistan, this process has come under fire. Critics claim that the delimitation process has been manipulated, with areas merged or separated, not for the sake of fair representation, but to benefit certain parties. The Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, for example, stands accused of tweaking constituencies in its favor, particularly in Punjab. Other parties, like the Pakistan People's Party and the Muttahida Qawmi Movement, Pakistan, face similar accusations. But the controversy doesn't end there. The military establishment and other state pillars are believed to wield significant influence over Pakistan's democracy, adding another layer of complexity to the issue. The ongoing squabbles over delimitations reflect the limits of Pakistan's democracy. Will these issues be resolved, or will they continue to cast a shadow over the democratic process? Only time will tell. Understanding the current situation calls for a look at the sequence of events. It all began with the announcement of the delimitation process by the Election Commission of Pakistan, referred to as the ECP. This process, essential to the functioning of a democratic system, involves dividing the entire country into constituencies based on population, allowing for equal representation. However, it quickly became a topic of controversy. Following the announcement, the cracks in the system started to appear. The delimitation process came under fire, with criticisms suggesting it breached the population allocation mechanism. This means that some areas were merged or separated in a way that did not accurately reflect the population distribution. Such changes can drastically influence the results of an election, leading to a skewed representation of the people's will. As the process unfolded, accusations started to fly. The Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, or PMLN, was accused of conspiring to alter constituencies in its favor, particularly in Punjab, the country's most populous province. Other parties weren't spared either. The Pakistan People's Party, known as the PPP, and the Muttahida Qawmi Movement, Pakistan, abbreviated as MQMP, were also accused of rigging constituencies. Amidst the chaos and finger-pointing, the ECP made a decision that further stirred the pot. They decided to address complaints regarding constituency delimitation after the general elections scheduled for February 8. This decision was met with mixed reactions. On one hand, it could be seen as a move to ensure the elections were not delayed further. On the other hand, it was seen as a way to brush the issue under the carpet, potentially allowing the elections to proceed with flawed delimitations. These events have shaped the current situation, leading to a delay in the elections and a tarnished delimitation process. The ongoing squabbling over delimitations is seen as a reflection of the limits of Pakistan's democracy, which is influenced by the military establishment and other state pillars. Whether this will abet any party in the February polls remains to be seen. The delimitation process is not without its consequences. At its core, the process shapes the political landscape of a country, influencing who gets elected, where they get elected, and ultimately, who holds power. In Pakistan, the delimitation process has been fraught with controversy, accusations of bias, and allegations of manipulation to favor certain parties. This raises crucial questions about the upcoming February polls. Will the delay in elections and the tarnished delimitation process skew the results? Could this process inadvertently benefit certain parties? Or conversely, could it disadvantage others? The answers to these questions are shrouded in uncertainty. One thing is clear though. The delimitation process, with its potential to shape the political landscape, can have profound implications on the democratic fabric of a nation. It can redefine power dynamics, sway public opinion, and even reshape the course of a country's history. As we look towards the upcoming elections, we find ourselves at an intriguing crossroads. The impact of the delimitation process on the upcoming elections remains to be seen. So, what have we learned from this discussion? We've delved into the state of Pakistan's democracy, a complex landscape influenced by various entities, including the military establishment. We've highlighted the criticisms of the delimitation process, where allegations of gerrymandering and manipulation have been levied against political parties like the Pakistan Muslim League, Nawaz, and others. Our timeline of events brought us to the Election Commission of Pakistan's decision to address constituency delimitation grievances post the February elections, a move that's faced its fair share of backlash. We've also pondered on the potential repercussions of this delimitation process on the upcoming elections. Will it benefit certain parties? Could it disrupt the democratic process? These are questions that remain unanswered. As we move forward, it's important to remember that democracy, in its truest sense, thrives on fair play and equal representation. The delimitation process should ideally reflect this ethos. As the elections approach, the true extent of the delimitation process's impact on Pakistan's democracy will become clear.